Итак, шел 2136 день нашей телепередачи под названием «Прохождение Kingdom Come Deliverance», которую, я надеюсь, близится уже к финалу. После небольшого перерывчика мы продолжим. Так. Так, все, пора нам спасать Яна Пана Птачика, нашего старого друга. Так, надо сбагрить нам товар. Блин, здесь допник еще. А, ну это еще турнир. Подземный перекресток, этот я там был. Так, оружейник, броник. Броник с нами делать не хочет иметь. Так, торговец.
I just want to be sure nobody finds out.
You're always welcome here.
Так, мы здесь торговец, здорово.
Who's got?
Show.
Так, продать. Чё? Этот можем. 723. У тебя есть монеты. Так, это нам не нужно. Дешево берем.
Let's talk about.
Yeah, fine. I'm glad you found what you were looking
Так, особо у тебя тут не получится. Так, с коня сейчас снимем. Что у нас есть? Там у нас много чего есть. Хотя бы вот эти вот. Так. Сумму. Ну-ка, сейчас ты захочешь с нами работать?
My God.
What do you have?
У тебя есть монета? 1500 есть. Доспех. Так, раз тебе суем. 2 суем. 3 суем. 4, 5. Ну и нормально.
Worried about the prop.
Ja, fine. Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein.
Нормальненько. Так. Доспех. Лошадь. Что у нас там еще не продано было? Да все вроде продали, да? То, что мы хотели. Так, ну вроде все. Все, пора Яна Птачика спасать. Доложить на этих только что ли еще? Сейчас попробуем. А как я должен ему положить, если здесь закрыто? Где-то здесь, что-то сверху.
the
нельзя,
door,
да? Ну
all right?
ладно, я и не знал, что нельзя. Я думаю, что можно. О, тебя грабишь, прикольно.
Say no crime, I'll wear the fine.
Нет, ладно, что бред с этим боссом, не хочу. Так, вернемся и погнали спасать нашего Яна Птячика. Малейшев. Так, вот это конюшня. Так, нам, значит, нужно, чтобы побыстренько мы старали. Погнали.
Quick!
Так, у нас новачков где-то выживание. Так, вот. Навыки. А, просто прокачалось, нет, да.
Да!
Так, вот это какой-то конюшня.
Да!
God bless you, sir.
Фиолька. Здравствуй. Где главный
God
тут у вас?
bless you, sir.
Фиолька. Здравствуй.
Oh,
Где
you
главный тут у вас?
marvelous.
Фиолька. Здравствуй.
Oh,
Где главный тут у вас? Фиолька. Здравствуй. Где главный... Яйца. Так, кто там главный? Где тут самый главный? Кто самый главный?
Good day.
Oh.
Did you get in a fight?
I need to get my horse scrubbed down and its tack cleaned.
As you wish, but it will take some time.
I'll pay. Here are your gross.
Thank you very much. Now then. Here is your horse. Look at that glisten.
What's new?
Nothing, if you...
The Ruthard said
What's that to do with me? Those... I don't want to have anything more to do with him. So...
he sends you his regards. And he asked me to remind you that he's still paying for masses for your family. As the two of you agreed.
Sakura. Nobody knows.
That's why he told me. So you'd be sure I really did come from...
Sorry for being a bit hostile-like, but times are tough. A man can't be sure of anything. Good to hear that Sir Quinlan still has a few friends left. Give him my greetings, and thank him for still honoring our agreement.
Sure. I'll pass that on to him.
So, tell me, what did the Rothard send you for?
I've got to get into Malashov to free a friend who's held captive there.
What, all alone? Maybe I should send for a priest for you, eh?
Don't worry. I'll figure it out. Lord Ruthard told me about a secret passage that will take me there. What I need from you is to get a fresh horse ready for my friend. A fast one, for when we get back.
Well, you sure ain't lacking in courage. But you're really asking me for a lot. A fresh, fast horse don't come cheap. But fine, since you're from Sir Quinslin, I'll have it ready for you. Somewhere a bit further from here so I don't get in the shit if things go sideways.
Of course. The last thing I want is to endanger you unnecessarily. And the Roothards promise to pay for the horse if it comes to any harm.
All right. So look, here next to the stud farm, there's a kind of band of rocks below the forest. When you go alongside the rocks to the end, you'll find a wooded copse not far from the castle. There's a well-trodden patch of ground there, so that's where I'll have that horse ready for you. Hopefully, nothing will happen to him if I just leave him there. Recently, there's been wolves and wild dogs sniffing around here, so we have to watch out for the animals.
Thanks. I'm obliged to you.
Tell me more about this secret passage. They say there's one here somewhere, but no one knows much about it.
I don't know exactly where it is yet. It's supposed to be bloody well hidden.
That sounds a Quinslin band cutting down trees some time ago in the forest alongside the path next to the stream. Maybe if you need any equipment, you can... And I'm sure you'll also need...
Yeah, that will come in handy.
Hey, now that I think about it, I don't know what you'll find there, but you shared a secret with me, so I can tell you a few tricks on how to... I know it well, and I've done more things than you might expect in the past.
Thanks, Hashtal. I'll consider it. Is there anything else you can think of that could help me?
Well, apart from praying, I reckon I've already exhausted all the ways I can help you. I wish you the best of luck. I reckon you'll need it.
I'd like to learn something.
What are you in?
Teach me how to...
I'll tell you.
Так, что, помыться есть?
You silly doggy.
Так, ключ от какого сундука он нам дал? Нормально, меч безумцу, кстати, покруче-то будет. Выбираем его. Так, от чего ключ-то?
Dinner a bit longer.
Здорово. Выпуски. Ух ты. Да я это все не унесу. 2300, 2300. Что-нибудь самое дорогое такое сейчас заберем. Пешская жизнь. Снадобья, крыши. Шпоры. Но они весят 0,5 и дорогие, да? Конечно, берем. Несложно, изи вообще. Шляпа. Доспех. Так, как раз темнеет. Так, часовня. Просто интересно, откуда он ключ дал. Ничего. И не понял. Так. Давай. Бывай. Увидимся. Так, пошли искать часов.
Quick!
Ух ты, как она, сколько прекрасно. Все, разом перепрыгиваешь. Воу, похвалишь коня. Он тут как тут. Ну, всё. Хорош, хорош.
Whoa, whoa.
Go!
Оба.
Whoa.
Часовня, да? Вот этот. Где тут часовня? Вот часовня.
What have you found, boy?
Есть. Ну. Ну. Я же не ромашки собирать, хорошо. Может, подождать нужно? Давайте подождем. А, вот он, старый часовня.
This must be the chapel Rosa was talking about. I'm supposed to look through its arch for some old ruins. Well, let's see.
Да вон там есть старые руины, да. Что-то нашли. Так, а у нас второе деяние, тогда я переодевался. Надо бы что-нибудь другое. Так, капюшон грабителя. Шапку мы снимем. Перчатки грабителя. Так. Обувка грабителя. И что еще? А это что у нас? Клинок. А, это пояс какой-то. Пояс. Ну ладно, пояс. А, штаны. Штаны грабителя. Вот, все.
The chapel directed me here. There's no doubt about that. So somewhere around here, I have to find a stone cross, and then go in the direction the top is pointing.
Так, где-то надо найти каменный крест. Окей, в темноте, конечно, делать такое себе. Надо было выспаться. Каменный крест. Каменный крест. Так. Так, верхушка креста, если то верхушка креста показывает, то найдется еще один его. Так, 2 верхушки креста. Да? Блин, я хер найду. Скорее всего, сейчас. Ночью в темноте. Еще и волки. Волк один не ходит. Где ваш стан? Вот и ты. Все. Стая из 2 волков. Не, ну это не вариант вообще здесь. Ночью что искать вообще ни хера не будет. Надо где-то поспать. А что ты что-то проверяешь? Интересное место. Что за интересное место? Что здесь такое интересное? А,
We've been here for a while, and we only took the best cuts, left the rest to rot. What a waste. Fucking poachers.
ну, каменный крест. Верхушка. Так, один я нашел, допустим. Так, сейчас смотреть, может потом не искать где-то. А, ну развалины они, все, они здесь. Окей, как надо. Блин, ну что-то не видно, что. Ну мы сейчас из леса выйдем. Таким макаром. Ну короче, ночью не точно не вариант. Так, надо где-то поспать. Поспали. Поспать можно. Ух ты, Атила. А ее старить можно? Нет. Нельзя. Блин, ну завалиться бы где-нибудь поспать. Типа все, места все проданы. О, нормально. Отлично.
Salt.
Go.
А чё мы такие грязные? А, мы же с волками потратились, я забыл.
Never mind. I thought there was something fishy going on.
Quick!
Ну, пошли искать.
Quick!
Так. Еще раз читаем. Искать, где там каменный крест. Если пойти туда, куда верхушка креста указывает, то найдется еще один. И верхушку покажет мне, где можно будет... Так. То есть нам сначала один каменный крест. Ну вон уже, это же каменный крест, правильно? Верхушку указывает туда. Потому что сейчас светло, и мы все найдем. Ты где? А где он в окрестностях? А, вот второй каменный крест. Все, нашел. Ночью точно это не увидел. Так, и все, и второй. Где-то там, да?
A cross in stone. This could be the place Rosa mentioned. I'll grab the spade and see if I'm in the right place. Ugh. A tough job, but it was worth it. The way to Malashov is clear. Now I get it. Those boards were supported by beams to hold the earth above, so there didn't have to be as much of it. Hidden and firm. Really smart. It's a good thing they did it that way too, so we didn't have to dig as much.
Так, ну, наверное, что, ночью подождать надо, да? Давайте под покровом ночи, когда все спят. Сделаем это дело. Сделаем это дело. Проход такой не маленький получается, да?
Fuck, that's deep. I wouldn't want to fall down there. What do we have here? A ladder? In an escape, it'd be enough to pull it up, and that'd leave any pursuers stuck. Just hope it can hold one attacker.
Так, что там направо, прямо?
Damn it, that's cold.
Нет, тут тупик. Так, мы уже где-то рядышком, да? Да, прям рядышком. Так, правее держаться. Видно, дверь. Да? Лабиринты эти подземные, конечно, такие, да.
What's this door doing here? Could it be another of the Ruthard's tricks? But if this beam is dropped onto those cleats, no one would break through in a hurry. I reckon with this, any defenders could hold off their pursuers for quite some time. This will come in handy on the way back. This looks like it could be the wall of the Malashov cellars. There's no going back. This is it. All right then. Courage, Henry. Courage. You can do this. This is gonna take a while.
Так, теперь жрать не хочешь. То спать, то жрать. Так, яблоко выкинем. Так, немного отвлекли нас. Сейчас продолжаем. А долго там, да. Не пришлось ходить.
Ruthard and Liechtenstein are turning the Kuttenberg houses against us. Bavag will deal with Ruthard. But Liechtenstein is your concern. How come you haven't caught him yet? He's slippery as an eel. He's hiding somewhere in the Jewish quarter. I sent spies to track him down, but they never came back. Flush him out of that hole of his. For fuck's sake!
Why such concern, Otto?
Kuttenberg is ours. Sigismund has the reins firmly in his hands.
He's got fuck all in his hands. Sigismund thought at first he'd come to terms with his brother Wenceslas, clear the way for him to the imperial throne, and take the Bohemian throne for
Зачем я время
himself.
пропускал, если это не
But
работает?
Wenceslas couldn't even get off his drunken ass and go to Rome for the coronation. And now, the glorious Hungarian king has fallen for Jobst and his damned truce. He's been taken in by that treacherous turncoat.
Jobst betrayed Wenceslas. Then Sigismund. And now us. He fooled all of us. But what can he really do against us?
I'll tell you what. While pretending to parley, he incensed the Hungarian nobles against Sigismund.
Surely Sigismund's army can deal with that inconvenience.
Ha! He was paying his Cumans by letting them pillage Bohemia. He set half the people against him in the country he wants to rule. And now, there is nothing left to plunder. While we are shuffling our feet here, Jobst is surely mustering an army.
What are we going to do?
We've got Cabon. That'll keep Hanush and the Lipa people at bay. If they ever want to see their heir alive.
Jobst has Liechtenstein mustering other allies for him. We get him in our grasp, and Jobst will be like a fish out of water in Bohemia.
I'll drag him out of that Jewish den with my own 2 hands. Count on me, sir.
The betrayers of Christ, hiding a betrayer. They are rich. All that's needed is a good pretext.
The Kuttenbergers will be quite happy if their debts to those usurers happen to go up in smoke.
Yeah.
You're learning fast, young man.
The gate open. A horseman, sir!
Hanush is out of the game. The Kuttenbergers are taken care of, and we'll catch Liechtenstein. You'll see, my friend. Good times are coming.
Your Graces, King Sigismund is convening the town council, but first he requests your presence at the Sedlitz monastery, without delay.
What's all the urgency about?
Surely you must know that yourself, sir. The captives fled Trotsky Castle and killed Istvan Toth while escaping.
What?
That's not possible. That's a lie.
It is true, Lord Toth is dead.
Who? Speak!
The messenger said something about Cobbler's bastard and some outlaws.
I swear, by everything that is holy,
I will find that
Не
horse
выйдет. Мы быстрее.
and I will rip out its heart!
Jesus. What's with that boy?
Sir Istvan was like a father to him. You better go.
Bring the horses!
Shame about that dog.
Luck was on my side. Now to find Capon and get out of here.
A small escort with him, so the garrison is slightly weakened now. So, be extra alert on your watch. If I find anybody slacking off, they'll get the whip.
You've got it, Conrad.
Yepo, I'll send Hyman to the gate. You'll be in charge of the southern and eastern fortifications.
All right, Conrad. I'll get right on it.
Franz, run along back.
Так, сейчас, секунду. Так, продолжаем.
The guard. Get them sealed, so you don't fall asleep during the night watch.
I don't worry.
А чё на книгу?
The rest of you know your orders. You'll be sorry if you don't. Dismissed. And don't drink too much.
Got it, comrade.
Vitek, that cart is starting to get on my fucking nerves.
I understand. I'll get right on it.
And tell Drahomira it's getting late, so she won't forget to take some food to our honored guests.
Так, надо нам кортик еще. У нас же есть кортик. Для убийства.
So,
Don't worry.
who's going to take
it's already
what?
taken care of. I saw her taking it to them.
That might
Well,
work.
that's
But
great.
I'd rather talk about it
That
over a
woman
pint of
must be
beer.
the only one I can rely on.
Let's bring some dice. Whoever loses will take the night shift with Lipo.
You'd better get some rest then. So, fight the table. See about that.
night shift.
Ты чё тут стоишь? Придется завалить по-шустрому. Что, скинуть его нельзя? Так, надо зелье сыч выпить, если ему еще осталось. Что вряд ли, да?
Aren't you supposed to be keeping watch and watching the armor somewhere?
Conrad sent us to keep watching.
I think we're just holding up here. I'll ask him first thing tomorrow and see what he tells me.
a little sorry for her, with nobody taking her seriously around here. She's some third-rate daughter of some lord from who knows where, so she was actually quite lucky that old Otto took a liking to her. The thing is, everybody knows where she comes from and treats her accordingly.
Bloody hell, old Otto? He'd have you whipped for that.
You're right. I better keep our lord out of my mouth.
Wait!
What the devil are you doing in my chamber? Guards!
Don't move, woman.
Surely you wouldn't...
I wouldn't. But so unless you want to meet...
All right, all right.
Where's Hans?
1 floor higher. The keys are...
Do you know something?
Sir Otto was reading one like that.
Be reasonable. If you'll keep quiet...
I understand.
What is happening? Who are you?
Quiet! If you make a peep, we're done for.
Henry?
Good God, Henry.
What are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing? Hunting boar? Came to save your noble arse.
My noble arse thanks you. Oh, how did you get here?
I'll tell you later. Who's this?
Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. At your service.
Brabant led the defense at Kuttenberg. He's Sigismund's prisoner, same as me.
And I came very close to holding the town. Besides...
There's no time for chit-chat. He's our ally. We can't leave him behind. Right, no doubt you've got a cunning plan for us to get out of here, right? Well, let's hear it.
Of course I have a plan. Listen, I got to the fortress through a secret passageway that old Ruthard told me about. Von Bergov knows...
C'est magnifique! Very cunning.
They know in the fortress now that something's up, but we can handle it. We're lucky von Burgov left the fortress along with von Aulitz and some of the garrison, so I'll take you to that passageway, and we'll get out. We'll get to the forest not far from here. I'll have some horses ready there. We'll be...
Formidable! I call that an elegant plan. So, what...
Wait. A passageway, you say?
Well, it's just a passageway. There's a bit of water in it to wade through, but...
You can forget about it. I'm not going through any passage.
What the fuck?
Let me repeat. It's not the chivalry...
It is not chivalrous, c'est vrai, but...
Fuck chivalry now. That passageway is the only...
Well...
Fuck your opinions. No, I mean, we'll all suffocate in that passageway. Or it'll fall on our...
What's gonna fall on us, damn it? If I got in that way, we can get out. It's completely safe. So stop acting like...
I'm afraid of... Ever since that tower fell on me in Nabokov, and I was stuck under the ruins, there has to be...
What other way? Get a hold of yourself. You can do this. The bold Lord of Perkstein can't be...
I'd like to, but... It's impossible.
Come on.
No.
Enough of this shit. I came for you, and now I'm making the decisions. We go through the passageway.
And I'm telling you, I am not going. I am still your master, so when I tell you that we're not going through any passageway, it'll be as I say. We'll get out of here some other way, even if I have to knock down the main gate myself.
Are you listening to yourself? That's complete idiocy.
Laissez tomber! Monsieur Chapon told me it makes him feel not good. After all you went through, we cannot go this way, and we do not have time. Did you not say that Van Berghoff has left?
Yes.
And what about horses?
I think there's a couple, yeah.
Très bien. That will be enough. But I think we could get there stealthily. Then you simply open the gate, et voila, we are gone. Just like I escaped. It may not be the best plan. It was not back then either.
That's a wonderful plan. No, but we need some weapons.
Exactement. To have a proper piece of steel in my hand again. Preferably Milanese, although... Merci mille fois. Now...
And what do I get?
Yes,
Damn it, Henry. Stop.
Ну давай, ладно, я тебя дам.
Thanks, Henry.
So, that takes care of...
We don't have time to play hide and seek. And if someone tries to stop us...
Are you sure?
Je suis d'accord. I wouldn't...
Fine.
And how?
Well, the stables can be seen from the entrance hall. You signal us with...
Agreed. Good idea.
But you must be absolutely certain that the way is clear.
True. And if we...
Précisément.
Right.
Rabant, keep watch by the...
Чем ему отдал?
Stairway. I'll go to the window and wait for Henry's signal.
I think it would be better if you watch the stairs.
Why's that?
You are younger. You have better hearing.
You said you once discovered a dozen English spies. So you can surely handle one stairway.
I discovered them because I smelled them from a distance. You see, les Anglais sting to high heaven.
Then you better hope von Bergov's men sting like rotten fish. Something
Very
bad.
I will watch the stairs.
I'm gonna bash your face in!
Thanks to God and the Blessed Virgin.
I'll be right there. I'll get you. You're no match for us, fucker. Don't
Давай,
think
давай,
I
давай.
won't cut you. It's a slaughter.
Все, что... Ну, давай, подходи, блядь. Ну. Следующий.
Come on then! Now you'll see what we do with criminals, bastard! Bad luck!
Следующий. Ну давай, подходи, давай. Давай.
Now you're gonna die! We're gonna get you, you half-son! Yeah, fuck that! It won't get me! Too slow!
Придется вас всех завалить, да? Так понимаю. Давай.
Now you'll see what we do, bastard! Show your stuff!
Чё ж вы все как один? Лохи. Чё еще?
Horses are here. As soon as it's safe, I should give Capon the signal. Well, that's that. Now I just need to wait for Capon. Lord Jesus Christ, stand by our side.
Ну там всех уже перебили давным-давно. Всех завалил.
I must admit, mes amis, the last time I have had such a suspense was when I was rescuing the King of France. Oui, monsieur, we're surely brave, and fortune favors the brave. Free at last!
Thank you for coming for me, Henry. You're a great friend. The best I could wish for.
After today, you may also count me among your friends. I, Vauquelin Brabant, chevalier, aventurier et voyageur. I'm at your service, mon brave Henri. And I have an excellent idea. In your honor, I shall name my new horse after you.
Pleased to meet you, Sir Vacula.
My name is Vauquelin.
Vauquelin?
Vauquelin. Vauquelin.
Vauquelin. Would you mind if I just call you Brabber?
Brabant. En.
Brabant?
Que peut-on y faire? It will have to do. Do not concern yourself, mon ami. Clearly, you are not tenant in any art or conversation. But at least you have courage and other skills. You carried out the entire operation truly brilliantly. I could not have done it much better myself. And look, mon ami, how the fresh air suits Monsieur Chapon. He has finally stopped drawing in self-pity.
What self-pity, damn it? I was locked up for days in a tiny stinking room.
Ah, come now, mon cher. Luck was simply not on your side for once. That is all. Now we are finally free. The time has come for grand deeds. I did not waste my time in captivity. I fought everything over diligently. Listen.
Please, I'd prefer not to.
What's your plan, Sir Baron?
An heroic deed about which odes shall one day be composed, similar to my feat in the famous battle of Arezzo.
Did you distinguish yourself in that battle?
Oui. Oui, mon cher Henri. When all seemed lost, I led a heroically desperate attack that ultimately led us to victory. For that, I was knighted. Opportunities for heroism await everywhere. One just has to seize them. What if we were to journey to Vienne? We could assemble a company and liberate Le Roi Wenceslas.
That would be excellent. If the king were to return, the nobility would definitely support him. Sigismund would have to withdraw.
Précisément. And what is more, our names would be sung throughout the kingdom. Undoubtedly, we would also earn a rich reward too. Then I would invite the best stonemason from France and build Monsieur Chapeau a castle that even Chevalier Hanush would envy.
You must be mad. You've been free less than a day, and you're already thinking up ways to get yourself killed. I'd rather endure Hanush's preaching about my incompetence than listen to this chatter. We'll see what happens next. But the first thing that I need is to get good and drunk. We should spur the horses on. God knows, they might be hot on our heels. Yeah! Christ, wounds. Such destruction and havoc.
War. Monsieur Chapon, you have yet to participate in a real battle. But I fought against les Valaques at Naples, and les Anglais in Bourgogne. And that is how war looks, whether in Italy or La Bohème. It is always the same.
That's not war, it's barbarism. What value did this village have?
Eh bien, I would estimate 5 courtyards. Annual revenues could be perhaps, several hundred groschen.
That's not what I meant, Bacalian. No fortress. Maybe one fortified courtyard. Practically insignificant militarily. That's not how war should be fought. This is unjust.
Do not give way to sentimentality, monsieur. A village could harbor spies and saboteurs or supply the enemy, and destroying enemy assets is an effective tool of war. Wars are not decided only in battles. There are not even many of those. To strike in the rear make the enemy lose and bleed. That is how most conflicts are fought. However, wait a year or two, the village will be settled. The population will increase again. That is how it always happens.
But we're the nobility. Our task is to lessen the chances of such things happening.
You're right, Hans. We must find allies and put a stop to it as soon as possible, so we can save as much as we can.
Yes, but we failed in Trotsky. And now this is our punishment.
I see that short captivity has turned you into a philosopher, Lord Capon. You should apply to the Faculty of Arts before the muse lifts you again.
Yeah.
Of all the bandits in the whole wide world, we run into this pair of scoundrels.
We... I fucked everything up.
Oh, get up, lad. Everyone makes mistakes. Only a better man owns up to them. At least we know now what kind of vermin we're dealing with.
What brings you here? We just escaped from Malashov, and right now
There's no time for haste. One thing at a time, my boy. Word reached Ratai that you pair got yourselves into a nice mess. I'm glad to see you both in one piece. So, let's hear it. What happened?
It's best if Henry tells you. I wasn't around for half of it.
no sooner had we spied Trotsky on the horizon than everything started to go to hell. We made camp by a pond with the intention of heading for the castle at first light, only we were ambushed by bandits in the evening. They killed all our men and took everything they could carry, including the letter for von Berghoff.
And how did you two manage to get out alive?
Just by a stroke of good luck. We were both...
Von Berghoff was behaving on... Yeah, what was behind it? It all came out after we set out with von Berghoff's men to deal with the bandits who were rampaging in his domain. The same ones who attacked us at the start.
Only they ambushed us and took me and Henry captive for ransom.
But it turned out these very outlaws are on our side. They're fighting for King Wenceslas on the orders of Sokol of Lamberg.
Well, I'll be damned.
So von Berghoff has been the real enemy all this time. And Zizka is actually our ally.
Zizka? Zizka? He's the captain of those outlaws. That name doesn't ring a bell.
I think you'll meet him soon enough.
What impression did he make on you?
He's an interesting fella. Handy with a weapon, but also pretty tricky.
It's best to keep a fella like that on your side.
He made quite an impression on me, for one. I'll be happy to see him again. But if only it didn't have to be in Rabors. Why Rabors? Of all the places in the world.
We're riding to a gathering of King Wenceslas's supporters. If fortune favors us, the future fate of the kingdom will be decided there.
If we keep standing around here gabbing about it, it'll be decided without us.
Patience, my friend. This pair have just returned from the clutches of the enemy. No doubt they have something to tell us.
Like how in the devil did you manage to escape?
I was helped by the Ruthard family. the former rulers of Malashov, in exchange for dealing with some trouble they had with Ulrich of Raditz.
Ulrich Vavak? But he's the mint master.
Well, he won't be for long, if it comes to light that he's been putting his sticky fingers on the royal silver.
It seems you've been pretty busy.
But don't forget to say what you found out from von Bergov in Malashov.
Sigismund has convened the city council. Markvart von Aulitz will be there with him, too. The word is, Sigismund is going to make an important announcement there.
He picked a nice time for it. But at least he won't be sticking his nose into what's going on around.
Can we go to Raborsh with you? We could certainly use a drink, a bite to eat, and a comfortable bed.
I wish I could say yes, son, but the City Council Assembly is a big opportunity. Young Lord Capon will go with us to Raborsh, but you'll have to return to the city right away, and try to worm your way into the town hall.
What? How can I get in there? I can't just walk in off the street.
You've got the dirt on Vavak, and you don't know how to use it? Just tell him either he gets you into the council chamber, or you get him on the gallows.
It's worth a try, right?
I hope that assembly really is important. If Sigismund is just going to announce an increase in taxes, there's not much point in my being there.
Well, at least you can enjoy watching the long faces of the councillors when they hear it. And don't worry, I'll eat and drink in Raborsh on your behalf.
If I come back and find you there under lock and key again, I'll leave you to rot.
Take it. I will go as well, and I will not let your friend out of my sight.
Hans? Who's this?
Vaclin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo, at your service.
He was a captive of Lord von Bergov's, like me. He defended Kuttenberg against Sigismund.
In that case, he'll be a welcome guest at Raborsh.
You don't know what you're promising, Baron. Watching Sir Hans is a job and a half.
The main thing is to watch out for yourself, Henry. As soon as you can do so without raising suspicion, come and join us.
He'll manage it, but now we really need to hit the road.
Safe travel, Henry.
Adieu et bonne chance.
And to you. Hopefully we'll meet soon. I ought to go and see Rosa when I'm in town. No doubt she'd like to know how it went with that book.
Так, вернуть книгу, да? И... Пам-пам-пам. В городской совет проникнуть. Окей, давайте попробуем. Нас, надеюсь, сейчас не примут с распростертыми объятиями стража. Ну, пока нет. Окей, окей.
Easy, good horse.
Good day to you.
Ah, good day.
Hear ye! Andreas Nuno.
Так, сейчас книгу отдадим, и потом пойдем протекать и
Gather round and listen.
Так, а где, куда? Ты где, мадам, вообще? Так, нам чуть левее, да?
Men's cruelty and wickedness.
Good day to you.
Ну, красота, красотища. Воу! Ну, наверное, не описуем.
I don't know what you said to the mint master.
Красиво.
He left here looking like he'd met the grip.
Так, изначально, перед тем, как книги отдавать, мы их читаем.
Reaper, may God be with you, Henry.
Ну как, скорочтение такое у нас.
Excuse me.
Да прийти.
I'm always glad.
Greetings, Master Guard. By the way,
My favorite book.
as I wandered through the fortress, I stumbled and there it lay. Red leather, gold inlay.
You really found it. By the way, did you have...
I read a bit.
what did...
Why don't you tell me what you find so compelling?
Well, let's say that I identify...
And who is the author?
That's on purpose.
You wrote it.
Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Me? And what would I...
How should I know?
That's a temp...
Wouldn't you want to at least...
I suppose I'm not...
There are still a few blank pages left, so we could finish right...
That sounds...
We'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chambers.
My pleasure.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many ideas, but we must
Both?
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. I'll take careful...
There are...
All right, a woman then. But I'd need to...
Such a...
Tell me one trait that is important for you.
Well, never heard...
I was hoping for something a bit deeper than beauty.
Well, what else could...
Oh, tell me instead about the fate of our beauty. But please, leave her dress.
There are few enough happy endings.
I agree. And while Our Lady in the story may be... I'll put a more interesting feather in her.
Well?
Not yet.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself with proper illumination, especially if you'll be...
What? And what...
Imagine a beautiful lady is standing before you.
Oh, I'd rather keep what I do to myself. But how about something like this?
Well,
Oh, finally. I'm sore all over.
your suffering is over. Come... Fear not, the ink is already dried.
Где тут выход из комнаты? Вот это что ли дверь?
This book won't be getting any more done.
Бла 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 бла.
So what about that story of ours? Tell me your impressions.
It was pretty obvious.
Really?
Well, I'm not sure. I've known you for a while now, and it just seems like you're telling the story.
I'm not that good a storyteller in person. And what about the sketch? For such a slap...
Oh, it's pretty, really.
But otherwise, I think we can be quite satisfied.
Well, and for that matter...
No beating around the bush. Please do stop by sometime. I wager it will be enlightening. Perhaps I can show you my collection.
You said you...
If you want...
Very well.
That depends. Or if you... But I will... So...
I'd like to... What's the...
You'd bet...
За бабки. Все только за бабки. Иначе не согласиться. Где? Трубы.
Could you...
Of course. But I won't. So...
I'd like you... You should...
I prefer...
Will you...
Так, окей.
Careful.
Ну, конечно, меч у нас так и остался. Потеряли меч. Нормальный такой интересный.
What are you doing? You whistler?
Easy, good horse.
Gather round and listen.
Christ, pardon me.
Пошел.
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall to show me your face again? I'll call the guards.
Hold your horses. I'll come in peace. Actually, I have a little offer for you.
You've come to
Call it what you like. I need to get into
the assembly. The one
Sigismund's just a usurper.
singing Ruthard's song, eh? I might have known. And tell the truth.
I want to know what Sigismund tells the council. I hear it'll be important.
You want to spy? Do you know what you're risking? And what I'd be Forget it.
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel? If you want to keep your position and your head on your shoulders, you better shape up.
All right, all right. Maybe we can make a deal. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself. And that will be the end of our...
Now about a few groschen to seal our fruitful relationship.
You're worse than a horse deal. You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son will be serving there. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he can be although not everyone would want to give up an opportunity to serve.
Who's the...
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. He's an idler and a boozer, but he's... Which reminds me, you'll need his letter of... Otherwise, you won't...
What will I need to...
Fast feet and good manners.
Excuse me?
Do you think you can serve the king in a torn shirt and muddy...
Well, no.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting the king. Don't even show up.
Where can I find...
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today from Master Tailor Schneider. That is, if he's up and about after his boozing bout.
At the what?
That German alehouse, the Iron Eagle.
What would work?
Would you like me to give you a letter for him?
I'll be going then.
Just make sure we...
Топит наряд королевского подвальщика. Грамота. Так.
Shame on you. Leave now. Before I make...
Что, далеко так, что ли?
Quality goods, the finest wares.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Master Taylor, have you got those clothes?
Here they are. The best, the finest work. I nearly left my fingers on the...
Greetings.
Surely you can wait a while. Here you are. The finest fabric.
No more than I'd expect after the amount they cost. Thanks. And you impatient...
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am.
I'm Henry.
I am.
The thing is, that job is...
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine. Why would you want to
I want to see...
Why's that?
I heard a lot about him. How he won lots of battles.
And as bad-tempered as the devil. He's got the councillors shitting themselves. The more I think about it,
The happier I... To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable... Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you?
Of course. Who do you take me for?
All right. No need to get upset. Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you and think up...
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. Here it is. I look like... The main thing is, don't lose it before...
Thanks. I won't disgrace you, I promise.
You better not.
Have a ball as well.
Так, новый костюмчик нам дали. Ну вот и все. Вроде как, да?
Sound as
Linen
bells.
canvas! The softest linen canvas! Come and buy the finest...
Так, куда нам надо? Появиться. А, тут рядышком.
The finest wares. Quality.
2 pots? I've got lots! Have a bob!
Franta Cooldown sent me. I'm to stand in for him at the council.
Franta's not coming.
He got poisoned. Probably he's writhing in agony. By turns praying and cursing.
Oh, that's enough. We can't be without a waiter here. So, let's have a look. Have you got Franta's...
Sure.
Everything's in order. You've got a waiter's cap, a tunic. It's a good thing you've got no steel on you. You need to be light on your feet to run around. Everything as it should be. Do you know what your duty for an inexperienced greenhorn?
Well, I'll happily listen to any advice.
I should certainly... Now listen. A good waiter should stand in a corner, look, in short, behave as if you're not there. But when one of the gentlemen calls, you'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their white Tokaib or red monastery wine.
White or red, by the door to the chapel.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarjitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. So the assembly, we can't allow that to happen.
All right.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour for him with lowered eyes. Don't.
To stay in the background and keep...
Correct. The councillors have a lot to discuss, and they certainly don't... And in general, a good waiter has to be invisible...
Oh? I thought I had to keep my...
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No understood?
Absolutely. I'm a waiter, after all. Not some...
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even ride, but you'll manage it.
I know everything I need.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a...
Я сейчас разносчиком работать, что ли? Гость заказывает, обращаясь к вам, поднимая руку, гость может попросить такайское белое или монастырское красное. Если вы можете попросить повторить заказ. На столе в углу стоят 2 кувшина с вином. Возьмите то вино, попросил гость, подойдите с кувшином к столу. Вариант налить ему вино. Тоже гость может вернуть кувшин на стол, подождать, посмотреть на того же вина. Будьте внимательны, не заставляйте гостей ждать слишком долго и не наливайте в вино, которое не просить. Если все время будете медлить или ошибаться.
The city reserves are in urgent need of
There
new
are the
weapons.
pictures of wine.
Our
Hopefully I
current
won't splash
Waffen
anyone's
arsenal
shoes.
is a joke, and on top of that, the army was requisitioning from it. Should the town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
What are you
Hey,
getting
wait,
at,
pour me some
Countess?
Takai. I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That Hackenbücher.
I apologize, sir.
Can you believe it?
Which wine?
Tokai. Where did they get that? That's the white.
You're the one who should know where they got
I apologize.
Since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herrgott. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr König surely knows this too.
Are you deaf or something?
What is it, Eldris?
White.
You smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn heads do not realize
I'm
what
sorry.
Schwierigkeit
I wasn't
this
paying
is.
attention.
The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubringer everywhere in the region. We have the army bearing down, and you want to defend yourselves with a few rusty halberds.
Sorry. And who is it you want to fight, exactly? The merciful King Sigismund is providing us with protection,
Sir?
isn't he?
Der König and his army will not be here forever.
Shut up! The king can arrive at any moment. What if he heard you?
What then? We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris. But
I
where can we
fancy
get the
some
coin
Tokai.
for better equipment?
Refill, boy.
Can always confiscate the property of the
I
king's
apologize, sir.
enemies. Nicht
Which
wahr?
wine?
Are you more than familiar with
White.
the Yemenly state
Good,
of
sir.
our armory? And the king is surely aware of it as well.
Well,
maybe
thank
if
the
he waived
Lord.
some of the taxes?
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
We can
White
always
up.
ask
Call me
the
red
king
wine.
to bring order to the realm
I
with his
apologize,
army.
sir.
But then the Dörfler will
and
rise
quickly.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht.
Good, sir.
Well, thank the Lord.
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean baths or brothels?
Another drop of white. Don't make me beg.
So, the cleanliness of the city is not what it should be. The current baths in the city fall far short of covering all the citizens' needs.
We've got 2 already. Adam also bought the new bathhouse on Hopring. Betty's out of business. But the baths are nice. I hope Adam can keep them running.
Aye. But it's going to take time to turn it into a decent establishment. You'll also need some money to run them.
Then let him raise the prices. Those who can't afford it should
More wine,
wash in the
Master
river.
Bailiff.
It's in the interest of the whole city. The need for cleanliness and citizens' health should not be.
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female. She thought she could wriggle out of it by a silver goblet. She sneaked in. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll go and get it. And don't you make him...
Where can I
use your eye and come right...
A great many people died needlessly.
Are you questioning God's plan? The Black Death had nothing to do with the baths, unless the Lord wishes to punish the wickedness that's going on in there.
Keeping the city clean is important. But we don't have money to spend. Arguing about who is going to wash where and
Nice.
how is a waste of
Whose silver might this be?
It's only a waste of time because we're always arguing about the same thing.
Not at all. If you finally admit that it's a trifle...
So, did you find...
I did.
Not so loud. And now go back to your job.
Sloth and rubbish. The least we can do for the citizens is to provide them with a place to wash up.
What nonsense! Next, you'll want me to serve wine to everyone for free, too.
Why not? In Jerome Nas's earthly paradise, everything would be free.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Gentlemen, let's agree to disagree. What if the king heard us?
I got word that Ruttard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way. At
Hey,
least
waiter!
until His
Pour me
Majesty
some
honors us with
monastery
his
wine.
visit. And as we know,
I
Gunslin
apologize,
absolutely hates him.
Which wine?
He can
Red,
hate all he
and
wants,
quickly.
as long as he does no damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well, I'm not sure what
Sir?
you're saying.
Horse shit! You know full
Well,
well.
thank the
Everybody
Lord.
knows. He wiped the floor with you.
Compose yourself, Adam, and stop drinking. The king might come any time now.
That's right. Let's not burden the anointed monarch with such...
Me? Compose myself.
Tokai, and a
Me?
full cup.
I beg your
apologise, sir.
pardon.
Which one?
I demand that
Okay.
you...
Ruhe!
That's the white.
Franz, please continue.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident. You were there, weren't you?
Oh, that. Just a small
Sir?
misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything.
Thank you, waiter.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard? Besides, if his men attacked yours,
I fancy
as
something.
I've heard, then we have
Refill,
a good
boy.
reason to punish him.
What happened there? Leave nothing out.
I don't like Rutard, true.
Sir?
But in this case, it really was nothing.
Everyone in the city
Well,
gossiped about it. I heard there were several dead.
Сколько вам можно в
Did
журнал
you?
играть? Что за
That's
мини-игра
grossly
дурацкая?
exaggerated. I don't think Rutard will cause any trouble.
чё руку тянешь?
He is
Тебе
sensible
нельзя,
enough
на
not to
работе.
draw attention to himself while the king is here.
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal.
I'd
I
like
could
some
understand it with mercenaries, students, and other scum of all kinds, but city councillors?
Be specific,
Sir?
Sukkar. Are you blaming one of us?
Ah,
Don't
and
hang
look
around
who
me.
spoke
Vanish,
first.
you hear me? First of all, it wasn't a duel. It was supposed to be an honorable combat. And I didn't even take part in it.
And that's the only reason you're still here on the council and not in the pillory.
If you want to blame somebody, you should point the finger at the youngster here who's...
Excuse me?
Ah, never mind.
I suspect the gentleman from the city's sword fighting school brought this custom to us. It's now run... That fellow is.
Don't be ridiculous, Forsooker. You act like you've never been in a fight yourself. And to accuse a swordsmaster without a shred of proof. We're not some old fishwives in the marketplace.
So you will just leave it be?
Proven offences are punished by the bailiff. And that's that. There are more pressing matters to deal with.
More pressing than the open contempt of the whole town garrison. The guards are apparently settling accounts their own way. We'll soon be the laughingstock of the whole town.
You can rest assured the whole town is already laughing at us
Come here,
all day
friend,
long.
and bring that
So
red
what
with
if there
you.
One more reason.
My words exactly. The town council is squabbling constantly at the Emperor Charles, and
Sorry?
no one is left unscathed.
And you, a councillor, let people throw dirt on our work?
If I threw out everyone who complains over a beer, I'd soon be out of custody.
Сколько можно уже? Ну это пипец долго, минут 10 уже.
Ah, to hell with it. We'll never get anywhere like this. Why waste our time?
Since there's the eternal dispute over the cathedrals, the building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a monastery, and they are going to make a royal mining city. Why can't we build faster? Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Because those so-called craftsmen are a band
waiter.
of parasites.
Pour me some monastery
you pay
wine.
them, they come late, or report sick. And if they do come, their work is shit, and you have to pay someone else to put it
Sorry?
right. It's a waste of time.
You,
I
lad.
tell you, a
You look
waste
familiar
of
to
time.
me.
Adam,
Have we met?
don't interrupt.
Well, naturally.
proceedings with your
I
drunken
go to your tavern
friend.
almost every day.
Really?
You are in the right. And
Then
as
you
for
must have decent wages to be
Haven't
able
you
to visit the
noticed
best
there's a
tavern in
war
town
going on?
regularly.
Are the experts from far off supposed to work in a city under siege?
Besides, I get the feeling there's something other than the welfare of the city behind your complaints.
Oh, you do? Do you? And what would that be?
Like, for instance, that you'd like to have your own altar there?
So what if I would?
Hold your horses, gentlemen. That space in the side nave
Hey,
is
boy.
mine.
Then hell freezes over, my friend. Your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
Excuse me? You
Sir?
wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral, just like you bought yourself
It's
a seat
you?
in this council.
I see you've come up in the world.
I
From a
acquired
bathhouse
my
boy
seat
to a
for the
waiter.
services
You'll
our
go a
guild
long way.
provided, and still
I might
provide
make councillor
to the
one day.
crowd.
Well, I hope you're not
You're a
supplying
merry
equipment
soul,
to the
lad.
army.
I like
If
that.
That's all they have. They would be defeated by that bunch of ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse on Hopring.
What ne'er-do-wells?
Those wrestlers of theirs, of course. People from the whole town go to watch them brawl.
Boy,
I'd like some white. This is news to me.
Because it has all been sorted out. Not long ago, the guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I forgot. What do we have to discuss next?
Thank you, waiter.
Аллилуйя, наконец-то закончил.
I'm telling you, something is being planned. Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Azonal Gyurcsák össze! A legjobb katonákat, és keljenek útra!
Босс. Final босс. Где ваши манеры? Пальцем тыкнул, показал, еще и король.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Like this plan of fights!
Come now, father. Put a little life into your dying. Seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too.
I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject. Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man, too.
I wouldn't be too sure. Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malashov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg. And if he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with...
How does it feel to breathe free air again?
What can I say? You can never truly appreciate freedom until someone locks you up for a while.
Or until you become a priest.
No fear of that in my case. I intend to enjoy life to the full. Wine, women, and song.
What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
Dear me. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests, eh?
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old...
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
Крепость Ратборж. Суд.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Kuttenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Are you here to arrange some trade?
We have more serious matters to attend to here than gaining a few groschen. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. We did not get off to a very good start.
I reckon the two of you would hit it off. He's reliable, and has his heart in the right place. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry, and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Copula, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Good health.
L'chaim.
It's easy for him to rouse people to war when he has nothing to lose.
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin, a friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Baron Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arène, the last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, a poet.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non! And I'm glad to meet a new friend.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off. How did you end up imprisoned in Malashov?
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense of Gothenburg, and only lost it narrowly by an unfortunate turn of events.
That needs some explanation. What unfortunate turn of events?
Oh, misère. It is clear you have never been to war.
You're quite mistaken, Monsieur Baron. I have.
Ah, je suis désolé. This Bohemia is a strange land. I have seen farmhands, children, and even women fighting. But the clergy? Sainte Mère, do tell me about it. No doubt you fought on the side of truth and honor.
My last big battle was in Kosovo.
I've heard of this battle.
Aye. And it was there I decided it was nothing for me.
Then, what are you doing here, at a meeting of open...
You say you...
Jamais. I think...
Where have you...
But if you are, and if you are...
And you would...
Which one?
How come...
I am up my grade there.
Blah, 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 blah.
Dear friends and allies, In these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary. And here, too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
I'm not going to die.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd...
As it happens.
Excellent. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has served...
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
When Sigismund sees that, he'll be off to Hungary all the sooner. At a gallop.
Exactly. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves, but he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Why are you...
Because I want to put a stop to the... And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on...
I'll help you.
I'll give you 3 names. Bocek of Kunstadt, Hamann Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side. Meanwhile...
What if it...
I refuse to even consider that outcome. Because it would mean slow, but certain...
Why me, of all...
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how to talk. You and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. That's why there aren't many like you two.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know...
Certainly. Who do you want to...
I'll get on.
I wish us both luck.
before...
Success.
Так, ну все, я уже не могу эту болтовню слушать. Блять, сколько диалогов здесь, на сколько сотен часов просто записано, учитывая то, что сколько я пропускаю. Еще они просто не заканчиваются. Я не знаю, где тут конец этой игры. Походу будет юбилейный там, ну, с красивой цифрой 33 и финал нашей игры. Я надеюсь, что ну, сегодня, не сегодня точно, потому что я уже усталь от этого дерьма. Так, ну все, ладно. Всем спасибо на этом. Всем пока.